Hello, welcome to the Roy Rogers News Channel. Thank you for watching. Alright, second tournament of the week. I got you hypnotized. I see what you did there, Bill Bird. I see what you did there. Alright, Efron X vs Rendies. So we're going to be right back. Please stay tuned to the Roy Rogers News Channel for further tournament commentary. Alright, we are back. Turn number 1, Efron X vs Rendies. Turn number 1. Gyarados is going to let off and intimidate here. And Hitmontop is going to also let off and intimidate. Wow, there's actually 2 Hitmontops on the field here. So, there we go. -2 attack on these 2 Pokemon. And -1 attack on these 2 Pokemon. Alright. So there we go. Hitmontop is going to switch into Manectric. Alright, the typical Lightning Rod Gyarados pairing. Alright. And Volt Switch. Nice. Alright, let's see what's going to happen here, shall we? Okay. Manectric might protect, I don't know. Alright, so Blissy's going to come in. I thought Manectric was going to protect and Gyarados was going to do Earthquake, but alright, then that's also another route too. Ooh, nice! And that's a very clever way to use your Thunder Wave. That's very clever. To improve Manectric's special attack stat. I remember back in the day, Rendies and J-Ice are 2 of the best double battlers that I've ever witnessed on Roy Rogers News. I've had Rendies and J-Ice on a long time ago, back when TeamSpeak was accessible to the public, and now since TeamSpeak has been discontinued, let's just say that over the months, I've been learning a little bit more self-impromptu, so there we go. Maybe I might invite co-host on someday, but it's really hard to schedule co-hosts because of different schedules and all that stuff. All right, so Manectric is going to be doing Flamethrower with a +2 special attack stat. Efron X is probably thinking what a lot of people are thinking. That Manectric is a threat. You have to knock it out. The good news is that Manectric is frozen. This is good news on Efron's side. The bad news is that he's dealing with someone that's really, really proficient, very proficient in doubles. I mean, Rendies and J-Ice are very intimidating opponents when it comes to doubles. If the past is any indicator for the future, then Rendies is sure a scary opponent, I can tell you that right now. Alright. Let's see here. So, Rendies is probably thinking in his head, how can I be able to move from here? And really, he has to rely on RNG to unfreeze Manectric. The worst case scenario is that Rendies is going to have to sack Manectric for something else. Alright, so Metagross is going to protect here. And the RNG is not going to let it happen. However, Blissey is going to do Psychic, and it's going to prove fatal against Blissey. So, not Blissey, sorry. It's going to prove fatal against Manectric. Sorry about that. Manectric is down and out, which is good news for Efron, but that still doesn't negate the fact that he's dealing with a very proficient doubles player. So, yeah, I cannot tell you about how proficient Rendies is in doubles. Whenever you're facing Rendies in doubles, all I got to say is watch out. Alright. Meteor Mash, which is going to hit that Blissey really hard. Well, I mean, it's still kind of hard. I mean, Blissey has a lot of HP, so I don't blame Metagross for not putting Blissey in the yellow. But I think he would have put I think he would have put Blissey in the yellow if he was choice banded. Now, I don't know if... Alright, so according to this, yeah. Yeah, if Manectric was choice banded, then that would have been a knockout on Rendi's side. No, not Rendi's side, but it's going to be good on Rendi's side. That's what I meant to say. But it would have been a knockout on Efron's side. So there we go. All right, clarification there. All right. Either Jolteon is going to come. I don't know if I'm thinking either Jolteon or something else. Yep, Jolteon is coming in. Alright, so... TM72. Alright. Volt Switch is special. Alright, great. Ooh, Hidden Power did a lot. Yeah, I thought Volt Switch was physical because of the name, and plus the Pokemon is physically hitting the other Pokemon, so I guess you could say it kind of tricks you sometimes. But yeah, no. Now we all know that Volt Switch is a special type move. Alright. Alright. Gyarados is going to lower down Aerodactyl's attack by -1. Okay, Bullet Punch is going to do almost a lot. Not quite knockout, but alright, so this Metagross, when I say this Metagross, I'm referring to Efron's Metagross, is, I think it's a mixed set. I think it's both physical and special, and I think that Hidden Power is Hidden Power Fire. Specifically for Metagross. Well, to knock out other Metagross. Metagross is in the field. There we go. So Gengar is coming in here, and let's see how that's going to impact here. So Arrow might switch. I don't know. Nope, it's gonna go out. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, Gengar is gonna be doing Shadow Ball. Wow, both Gengar and Gyarados are gonna be ganging up on. Well, they were ganging up on Metagross. Brandy's is a very proficient doubles player, so he. I mean, Manectric. No. I mean, Metagross is one of the most threatening Pokemon in doubles. So the fact that Randy's wanted to knock out Metagross, that spoke volumes to Randy's has in doubles. Alright, so Jolteon is... Alright. So Jolteon is not able to do a Volt Switch because Gengar protected itself. Alright. Randy's is still in a pretty good position. And I think that later in the match, we want to get a probability. But all I can say is that Randy's is a very skilled player. So if Randy's wins, then it's not going to surprise me. I mean, Efron is also a skilled player too. Randy's, he's been attending doubles tournaments for 2000. Yeah, I think around 2015-ish, 2016. So, yeah, Randy's is a very intimidating person in the doubles atmosphere. All right, so Pelipper's coming in, and all right, Pelipper has leftovers. Jolteon is also coming in. So I don't know if Jolteon also has Thunder as well. I mean, if it does, then it can take full advantage of the rain that Pelipper provided. But if it doesn't, then Jolteon may get knocked out there. Alright, so there's the fake out. Randy's doesn't want to take any chances. Hitmontop is going to survive that because Hitmontop has respectable amount of bulk. I mean, the fact that it could be able to wall off a Hurricane is spectacular because Hurricane's power, the last time I researched it, was in around the 100 line. I don't remember the exact number, but the fact that Hitmontop was able to take that speaks volumes about its bulk. Alright. Okay. Alright, so Randy's, I think he might be punching in some calcs right now. Alright, so Hitmontop is going to be doing Detect, and yep, Jolteon does have Thunder to take full advantage of that Drizzle ability. So Randy's, he plants his seeds there, which is very smart because these are the only two Pokemon left, and Jolteon and Pelipper cannot switch. So that means if one of them is knocked out, then that means there's only one more Pokemon to go, and one of those Pokemon is going to be knocked out. Alright, so Jolteon is going to be doing Thunderbolt, which is going to prove fatal against Hitmontop. Hitmontop is down and out. And Pelipper is going to be doing Hurricane. But, ooh, RNG is on Efron's side. But, Power Whip. Yep, Power Whip doesn't pull through for Rennie's there. Gengar is going to be coming in, but I don't know who's faster, Jolteon or Gengar. That is the question. And that question could possibly mean the victory question. Alright, so Gengar is protecting. Alright, so the speed is 130 on Jolt, and on Gengar the speed is 110. So Jolteon wins the speed war. Power Whip is going to do a lot, and I can tell you right now that Efron is in a very bad position right now. In fact, you know, I think we're ready to do probabilities right now. We are about... I'm going to project that there's an 85% probability that Rendies is going to win this match. Or I am 85% confident that Rendies is going to win this match. Now I'm 95% confident that Rendies is going to win this match. Anything can happen, which is why I'm still giving a 5% margin of error. But the match is heavily leaning in Rendies' favor right now as we speak. Alright, Rendies has won the match. GG. And now we are ready for the finals match. GG. Alright. So, Rendies vs. whoever wins this match. So, we're going to be right back. Please stay tuned to the Roy Rogers News channel for further tournament commentary. Alright, we are back. Turn number 1, finals match. Rendies vs. Julian FNT. Alright, both Hitmontop and Salamence are going to be intimidating each other, so there's -1 attack on all sides. Alright, so what's going to happen here? Now, let's see. Let me check Togetic. Not Togetic, sorry. Togekiss. Alright. I think, if I remember correctly, alright. Yeah, I seem to remember Togetic learning special moves, so yeah. Alright. That's fine, that's fine. Alright, Air Slash. That's nice, that's nice. Let's see here. Okay. Now my guess is that Rendies Hitmontop might have closed combat. If this is the same Hitmontop as the last match, then this one is going to have close combat. Togetic is going to switch into... Not Togetic, sorry, Togekiss, sorry. New generation. But anyways, Togekiss is going to be going into Ferrothorn, and Blissey is going to be going into Salamence. Yep, this is... I think this is the same Hitmontop. Or this was the same Hitmontop as before. Alright, so... Leech Seed. Hitmontop might switch into something that may have an ice move against Salamence. I don't know. As for Salamence, there are some people who run Salamence mixed, and there are some people who run Salamence as a pure physical Pokemon. The mixed Salamances are the ones you have to be really careful of, because I'm not sure if this Salamence has Flamethrower. If it does, then yeah, you have to be super careful about it. Alright, so Hitmontop is coming right back. Alright, so the attack Intimidate. Alright. Ferrothorn is going to be doing Protect. Ooh. Dragon Claw. Now, if this is the banded set, then Salamence may switch. If this isn't the banded set, then it may stay around, and if this is the mixed variant, then it may do Flamethrower. Salamence may try to do Flamethrower. Dragon Claw, alright. So Rendy's, I think on his end, he's trying to get Salamence to do anything but Dragon Claw to see if it's banded or if it's not banded. If Salamence switches, then that means it's probably banded. If it's not banded, then Rendy's can adjust his strategy accordingly. Okay. Arcanine is going to go into Gengar, and Salamence is going to continually do Dragon Claw. Gengar was able to take that, by golly. I think Rendy's wanted to do Earthquake there. And Rendy's exposed his entire team. Julian, FNT exposed only 5 members of his team. But Rendy's is still a pretty good player, so he could knock out a lot of things in Julian's team. I mean, Rendy's does have the resources to knock out some things for coverage purposes. Let me go through the general list of what Rendy's can knock out on Julian's side. Jolteon, yes, he can knock Jolteon out. Sorry, Jolteon can be knocked out with an Earthquake. Salamence can be knocked out with any sort of ice move. Now, I don't know if this Gengar has HP Ice or not. So, if this is the same Gengar as Rendy's had previously, then this Gengar may be able to knock out Salamence. Blissey, alright. Blissey can be knocked out by a close combat by Hitmontop, and I don't know if Arcanine has it, but if Arcanine does have it, then Arcanine as well. Ferrothorn can be knocked out by Arcanine's Flamethrower, and Hitmontop can be knocked out by Togekiss's Air Slash. And I don't know what the mystery Pokemon is over here, so once that mystery Pokemon is revealed, then I can tell you how that might be knocked out as well. So, there we go. Alright, Gengar is going to switch into Ferrothorn. Rendy's might be predicting a gang up against Gengar. Ferrothorn is going to go into Salamence. Now, if this Gengar is not the HP Ice variant, then I think that I think that Brandy's is going to have a very tough time in this match. Oh yeah, and since Randy's knows that that the Blissey has Flamethrower, then all right, Blissey also has Hyper Voice as well. Gyro Ball. Oh, that's interesting. But since Randy's knows that the Blissey has Flamethrower, he may... I don't know if he wants to get out or not. And the reason why I say that is because Flamethrower is a 4-time... There's a 4 times weakness against fire. Against Ferrothorn, so... that is why I'm saying that. Alright. Swampert... I'm guessing that Swampert could possibly do... maybe Superpower. I don't know if it has Ice Punch. If it does, then it may be able to knock out Salamence. There are some people who run Ice Punch and some people that don't run Ice Punch. Randy's does have Rock Slide, so... Julian FNT. He may want to switch out his Salamence. Preferably into Ferrothorn. Because Ferrothorn, if I remember correctly, let me check this. But Ferrothorn... Alright. Ferrothorn has a 4 times resistance against any sort of rock slide or something along those lines. So, yeah, that's what I was saying, that Ferrothorn may come into Salamance's place, but Julian has a different picture as to how he wants to operate. Alright. And Hitmontop now got a drop in its attack stat due to that burn. Alright. There's the Fake Out, which is going to cause Swampert to flinch. Ooh, I like the Wild Charge on Arcanine. Nice. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Just a very gorgeous Arcanine with the Wild Charge. By golly, that's gorgeous. There's no other word to put it as. All right, Swampert is going to be intimidating, and I think this means that Arcanine is either -1 or -2. I forgot if Arcanine was present when Salamence was there previously. I think Arcanine is -1 in attack. All right. Arcanine is going to switch into Ferrothorn. All right, so there's going to be 2 Ferrothorns on the field. Yeah, Swampert may want to switch. Ooh. Those Iron Barbs are going to be painful. Swampert may want to switch because of a possible Power Whip, courtesy of Julian FNT. Swampert could go into Arcanine, perhaps. I think Arcanine would be the best one to switch into. Yeah, Swampert is going to switch into... Oh, Togekiss. Togekiss also a good choice as well. Leaf Seed. Alright. Now, since we know all of Julian FNT's team, then... And we also know all of Rendy's team as well. Both opponents right now have a 50-50 shot of winning. I cannot tell you any sort of leaning, any sort of probability right now. But as we progress in the match, then we can talk about probabilities. Alright. Flamethrower. That's going to do a lot to Ferrothorn. Not necessarily a knockout, but it did do a lot. On Rendy's side. Power Whip. Ooh. Alright. The leftover recovery. So far, Rendy's is not faring out too well in this match. But there is a catch. The catch is that Hitmontop and Salamence on Julian's side is not in good shape. And the only thing that's not really in good shape is Ferrothorn as of right now. Jolteon may... I don't know. I think it may switch because of a possible Earthquake. Alright, if Jolteon's going to stay around, then Jolteon's going to be taking a gigantic risk here. Jolteon better switch. Okay. Jolteon has switched using Volt Switch. Alright. Error 942421. Error finding target for skill effect. No problem. Unova's a new region, so I think that the developers are gonna update the battle animation and the battle mechanics as time progresses. Alright. Salamence is going to switch into Blissey. Alright. Ooh. That Blissey is feeling the pain. I still think that Rendies has a slight upper edge, even though Ferrothorn is burned and his other three teammates are healthy. Rendies still has an upper edge here. Because Arcanine is a heavy hitter, physically speaking. Blissey, I don't think Blissey's going to really enjoy Arcanine's company in the match from here on. And Blissey did get knocked out. As I said that, Blissey got knocked out. Oh man. It's one thing to not enjoy Arcanine's company, it's another thing to actually get knocked out by Arcanine while I say that. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, so I think Rendies is punching in calcs right now. He may be trying to figure out, how can I knock out this Ferrothorn? And Flare Blitz is probably a good way to do it. Alright, 10 seconds on the clock. 5, 4. Okay, Rendies, that was a close call. That was a pretty close call. Alright, so Gengar's going to be doing Protect, and Julian has slightly more time, so that's good for him as far as thinking power is concerned. Now I think that Rendies may try to Leech Seed here. And alright. He was down to the wire. Okay. And as for Julian FNT, now he is getting close to the wire. Alright. I don't think Julian FNT wants to be close to the wire. So Jolteon is going to discharge nice. And Julian's Ferrothorn has been paralyzed. Alright. Rendies does have 13 seconds on the clock. And Julian has about 7 seconds on the clock. Both opponents are very tight on time. And I think that and this is just me going out on a limb here, but I think that the Rendies may be able to pull it off. I mean, Rendies has been in tight situations before, so I'm sure that the Rendies kind of knows how to handle those situations. Oh, ooh, just down to the wire. All right, GG. Julian has defeated Rendies due to time. GG. Alright, and that's going to conclude it here. This is the Roy Rogers News Channel. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel signing off. Fast, accurate, unbiased, Roy Rogers News.